Assalamu alaikum everybody. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. This is going to be our last lecture on prepositions. This is the part 3 of prepositions in Quran. Inshallah, we'll wrap up in this lesson all the prepositions in the Quran. So today we are just gonna do two more. And these two have been frequently used in the Quran. The first one is baina. The first one is baina. Baina means between. Baina means between. A very easy example that we recite in Ayatul Kursi is in the Ayatul Kursi. We read this in the ayah. Ya'lamu ma baina aydihim wa ma khalfahum. Ya'lamu. Ya'lamu, he knows. Ma, what? Baina, between. He knows what. Ma is what? Baina is the preposition here. Baina is between. Baina is between, in front of them. So he knows whatever is in front of them, between. Ma baina. So baina, between, and baina is a preposition used in the Quran many times, and we'll go through a few more examples of baina. But before I go on and give you more examples of baina preposition, I wanna go back, and it's a bit of a tangent here, but I'm gonna show you how ma is used with some of the prepositions. So in our previous sessions, we did a preposition which was the letter ba. But see how interestingly a preposition gets combined with ma. Like here, ma baina. Similarly, we have an example here which is bima. We know that ma means what. So quite beautifully you see that ma gets attached to a preposition to become a word which frequently used in the Quran. Like for example, bima. Bima gets used in Quran quite frequently, and it means what? In, because ba means in or by or at. In our previous lessons, we went through this ba preposition. So combine ba with ma means what? In, right? So an example is in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ. So وَالَّذِينَ, and who, يُؤْمِنُونَ, believe, in what? Bima, in what? So it's very interesting how ma gets combined with a preposition. Ma baina, what is in between. And it's interesting because people who know Urdu use quite a lot like ma ban. We say it ma ban. Ma ban is in between, but it's actually, grammatically speaking, ma means what? Baina is a preposition, and together they have kind of formed a word in Urdu language. We say ma baina, we say ma ban. Also, we use words like bainu tarfain, right? In between two parties. So it's the same baina. The origin is the same Arabic one. Okay, so it was it's a little bit of a tangent here to describe the word ma. Also, while we are talking about ma, we noticed a few times that in Quran we said ma kana, and we have not described kana yet, but kana actually means was. So ma kana, any guesses what it means? Ma is what, and kana is was. So what was? Ma kana, what was. So that's how you can dissect and understand when you break down the words and see ma is what, baina is between, ba is in, ma is what. And then when you break down and look at these lessons, you would be able to understand these frequent words, and these are very frequently have been used in the Quran. Okay, so moving on to the next example of baina is from Surah Al-Kahf. When Zulqarnain reaches the two mountains and meet those people who he couldn't understand their language. So the the ayah goes like hatta idha balagha bayna saddain. Okay, so until he reached balagha, he reached bayna. Another example, but it's a combination bayna saddain, in between two mountains, between the two mountains, right? So when we had this saddain, it basically means two, to two mountains, but our focus is here. Baina is another example in the Quran of the word baina preposition. Okay, so we have seen two examples of baina. There are more examples of baina. For example, in Surah At-Tariq, ayah number 7, yakhruju min bainis sulbi wa taraib. Yakhruju min bainis sulbi wa taraib. So have a look at that as well. So while going through hatta iza balagha bayna saddain, there is another preposition, the last one that I wanted to cover, and that's the word hatta. Hatta is also, people who speak Urdu frequently use that word. Hatta, it's a common word. So both words are frequently used in Urdu as well. So people who know Urdu would know those prepositions as well. And people who know Urdu are very blessed in the sense a lot of Arabic they would understand if they relate to Urdu. Anyways, so in this hatta iza balagha bayna saddain, there are two prepositions. Actually, both the preposition that we are discussing today are covered in this hatta. Hatta means until. So until he reached between two mountains. Hatta, until, bain, between. Hatta, until, bain, between. Okay. So we have covered a few examples of baina. Now this one has both hatta and baina. Let's have one more example of hatta. Suratul Qadr. Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. We all know last ayat of Suratul Qadr. Salamun, peace. It is hatta, until. So that night is peace until the emergence of dawn. Matla'il fajr, emergence of dawn. But this hatta is what we are concerned about. Hatta means until. So we have covered two prepositions, baina and hatta, and with that look at in the previous two preposition lessons, and that basically covers all our preposition lessons in the Quran. Inshallah, in the next lesson we'll try to cover some vocabularies, frequent used words in the Quran, and also we'll do interrogative sentences in the Quran, and then inshallah we'll move on to verbs. Assalamu alaikum everyone.